bullshit going on, then you're part of the problem.
What is? Do you know what?
For those of you that are just joining us, we're here at 16th Street. This is as close as we can get to the White House right now. I'm going to show you
I know what my grandmother did. She marched, just as I'm doing now.
None of us, not y'all, not me, can understand.
On supposedly free streets in our nation's capital, the only thing you can see of the White House right now is it peeking out behind military vehicles. This is something that as a DC resident, born and raised, is just phenomenally not normal. There's really no reason this line of police is here other than to keep us from protesting closer there, where they have a big fence that they used last night to keep us all separated. And it felt a lot safer with all of these men with weapons on the other side of that fence last night. Tonight they're here, and we're coming up on curfew in about 10 or 15 minutes, and we don't know what their orders are going to be at curfew. But this is... I saw reports earlier that the airborne unit was recalled, but that's not true. As you can see, these are airborne units right here. It says so on their arm badges. These are not the same people we've had out here the last few nights. This is a military escalation of force right here.
The whole world is watching.
All to keep us from being able to be right over there about a block closer to the White House. That's it. And really, probably to separate us so that there are some protesters over on the side off to the west, which would be to the right for where we're looking, where I was earlier, and then off to the east as well. The majority of the protesters, it seems, has come to here at 16th Street, where we're waiting to see what's going to happen at curfew. But as you can see, no one here seems to have any indication that they're going to leave. Just like last night, it seems like they're going to stay out here past the curfew. We're just hoping that, like last night, they're going to use restraint and not attack peaceful protesters just because of a, frankly, stupid and unconstitutional curfew. It's a restriction on our First Amendment rights to tell us that we can't protest.
I don't blame y'all for doing this shit, but I hope you know that we...
Look at him!
What do you see when you
Look
look at
at
me?
him!
What do y'all see when y'all look at me?
I know that y'all have a hard-ass job, and I understand that a lot of people can't do it. But I still hope you'll listen to me right now in this moment. Wrong. Go home and say that you're on my... I hope you are right.
That isn't so much. Walking back and forth, pass y'all.
Look at him. Look at his face. Acknowledge him.
They don't see color. They don't see the life of the killer. That's why they kill it. That's why it's easy. That's why it's easy. That's why George Floyd died like that. Believe it or not, 8 fucking minutes.
That's why we're out
8 fucking
here.
minutes. That's how George
You're wasting your time and we feel like you're wasting ours.
That's how George Floyd died.
Say his name. Why won't you say his name? Just say her name.
George Floyd. George Floyd. Breonna Taylor. George Floyd. Breonna Taylor. May you rest in peace and may you find justice in heaven too.
Now. Justice. Now. Justice. Now. Justice. Now. Justice.
cement the disenfranchised us, so y'all know that shit.
Acknowledge his
Y'all
humanity.
continue to
Look
keep
at
hurting
him.
us.
Thank your eyes.
You, look at him. You terrify me. You don't see black people. You fucking terrify me. You're a threat to me. You're a threat to me because you don't acknowledge my humanity. You're a
We don't got the opportunity. Because y'all won't give us the opportunity. That's why I'm out here. That's why I'm on the front line. For my kids.
If y'all have kids, they never have to grow up and live in a black experience because this shit is tough. We have to grow way faster than we do. And it's not fair.
They love it. They love to see it. What are you afraid of?
Who do you protect? Who are you protecting?
Still not a very comfortable situation, not knowing what they're
My
going to
kings, my black queen, that's what I'm out here for. Why y'all out here? What's the purpose of y'all on the other side of us?
do. They don't have any plans on attacking us.
Look at her. Look at her. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I've been standing in front of you for acknowledge her body. Acknowledge that she's a black woman. Acknowledge that she's a fucking white person. See her fucking humanity.
Look at her.
See her humanity. See her humanity. See her humanity. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Watching and there's connections to some of these outfits and maybe start making some calls to people you know and saying, hey, get out there and talk to these people and work with them.
I'm not out here by choice, I'm out here by force. Y'all
Bring
supposed to be
someone
out
else. Bring someone else who sees color. Bring someone else. I don't like him. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Bring someone else.
here. They should keep going and going and going. They're not getting it. Some shit ain't clicking.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's 3 times more likely to get killed by you because he's black. And you all fucking know that.
I got nothing, y'all. When y'all started to put on the uniform, y'all didn't expect to be doing this. Going to get stuff.
Step back. Everybody take a step back. Come on.
Everybody take a step back.
Keep going.
All day. Once we be violent, we would have been there. But what is that going to do? Fight for hate, but hate does not get you nowhere.
How many bodies gotta go? How many more bodies gotta be deceased? How many more people y'all gonna kill before y'all get the message? What does it take?
Until they see us. Until they see us. Look at her.
How much more blood has to shed?
Peaceful protest, peaceful protest, peaceful protest, peaceful protest, peaceful protest, peaceful protest,
Peaceful protest.
peaceful protest.
2 seconds. For 30 seconds. That's it? Okay.
It doesn't sing. أنا سودانية أنا سودا ما بيطلعوا فينا هدول ما بيطلعوا فينا هدول ما بيطلعوا فينا هذا الشيء كثير مهم إنه الجزيرة تسمعوا إنه هدول الناس ما بتطلعوا بالسلم
ايوه كده. Why do I have to
أيوة
fight
كده.
with y'all don't?
أنتم
Why?
سودانية؟
I'm human just like y'all. We got 10
أمي
fingers, 10
من
toes,
الخرطوم بس هي
eyes and
لبنانية.
nose.
أمي لبنانية بس هي من الخرطوم. شرفنا.
Y'all messing with my life.
Y'all should stay right there for at least 4 minutes. Stay past the curfew. Stay here with us. We know they're
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
First degree. 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 First degree.
We are now 3 minutes until curfew.
First degree. First degree. First degree. First degree. Put me in for me out of here.
Excuse me, may you guys back up so that they have some space because he's walking through. I don't have space. Just a tad bit, please, just a little bit. So that they can also back up so there's room for everyone to walk.
Don't shoot. 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 Don't shoot.
They're getting reporters too, please. They're getting reporters too. Make sure you guys are safe, please. Any older people in the crowd, watch out for the older people.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah, 2 minutes? 1 minute, okay, cool. Let me know in 30 seconds. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Share the video.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
It is now 11 o'clock. It is officially curfew. If you're watching this stream, go and share it. We want as many eyes on as possible on here. If the police attack us, we definitely want as many people as possible watching. We need witnesses. It's curfew now. Everyone is taking a knee.
We want peace. 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 We want peace.
No! No! No!
We want peace.
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 No!
No justice. No peace. No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
No peace.
No justice.
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 No peace.
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want? What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
So as you can see, it is past curfew here. The protesters are on the ground, on their knees, with their hands up. If the government is going to attack them, they're going to have to attack people on their knees with their hands up. And that should be a crime against humanity.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
We've got some press here on the front lines with us from Al Jazeera.
No peace. No peace. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Streets. Our 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 streets.
أمامي أو إلى جانبي هم الآن في حالة تأهب في حالة اندلاع شغب وحركة المظاهرات أو الاحتجاجات طيلة اليوم سلمية لم يسودها أي
Y'all choosing to be out here.
Look at us. See us. Look at us. See us. We are people. We are fighting for the right to
The only thing that's changed about this crowd since curfew is that you see a lot more helmets and goggles, and that's obviously a defensive thing in case of any gas or rubber bullets. We do see...
Y'all go home. Y'all forced me to be here. Y'all want to take it down to my
Even if you don't make a change now, even if you don't make a change now, I need you all to see us, because it isn't a riot. This is simply a plea for our freedom. I'm afraid. I've been raising twins, my brother and sister, since I was in high school. I fear for their safety. I see their innocence every time I see them. You don't have to change in this moment, but I need you to see me in my eyes and know that this is not a riot. This is a plea. This is not a riot. This is a plea. Look me in my eyes. We're fighting for the freedom that you have to You don't have to make it happen. Protect that asshole.
We don't want more than that.
We do not want more. We want the same right that you get. I want to be able to go to fucking prom. I want to be able to go to graduation. I want to be able to fucking graduate from college and buy my own house. You know, fucking scared. You can be a part of the change that makes that possible. You know,
These are amazing people. These are amazing people.
This is not right. You don't do this to people. The books are not going to under you. If you had kids, I would never wish for your kids to have to grow up and live the black experience. Because this shit is tough. You know how fucking hard it is? You don't.
After curfew, it ain't no different from what it was before.
You get to put that uniform on. We don't get to pick our skin color. But if I could, I would still be black anyway.
Black and proud, baby girl. Black and proud.
Always.
Because not everybody's strong enough for this shit. But the ones who are, we grow up and we become successful. And we do great things with our life. My fucking grandmother had to march for this shit. And here I am today. Marching for this shit.
I love that shit.
He's not gonna
I wouldn't want to be born any other race.
Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest. Peaceful
Right.
She's a person. Look at her.
Look at her.
You are doing your job, and you
I'm
don't
asking you to look at her. Humanity.
You think I want my siblings to be like you when they grow up? I would rather go to jail standing up for something that's right than to stand in a uniform and protect some shit that isn't right and isn't true. And it is what it is. If I have to give my future for a better future for other people, I'm fine with that. Because this shit is gonna change. Whether you like it or not.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
What are you two relentless? What's happening right now? Why are you and I'm gonna fucking leave you guys for the rest of your life?
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
How many birthdays is missed? How many holidays is missed?
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
I don't care. As long as y'all keep y'all pension and y'all millions and y'all homes and y'all pensions.
I hope if you have kids, that girl will act like these girls over here who stand up for what's right.
We're all willing to lay our futures on the line for her to get justice and peace.
Exactly. That's the same way I'm willing to lay my shit down on the line for them because I know that they stand with me fully. I know that they're serious about this shit. Because they can be at home on Twitter.
Who are you sitting on the line for? You can stand in solidarity too. You can just cross that line. It's not hard. It's a couple steps.
Are you okay?
Come over here and
What I
just
say to
looking at
y'all?
her. You can start by just looking at her. Is a paycheck worth it?
I want y'all to understand.
Is your dignity worth it?
Benefits you're gonna have to fight tooth and nail to get from the military.
You can stand right here and do your
You're
job.
protecting a man who don't give a shit about you.
You can do your job and still acknowledge her humanity. It is not an either or. It is your ego.
I hope I touch at least one heart tonight. That's all I ask. Fuck your curfew. Fuck your curfew. Fuck your curfew.
They do seem to be filling in ranks here some.
Fuck your curfew.
If you are here and doing your job and you just stand here and you're standing next to somebody that won't look us in the eye, then you need to fucking talk to that person later. Call in your friends. You're not all bad. Call in your friends. Call in your coworkers. Bring them up to speed because you're not all bad. You don't need to be. You can be doing your job and you can look us in the eye. You can still fight for us and stand for us. And if you see people next to you and in your fucking squad that are not doing that, then you need to call them in. Call them into action. You have this privilege. You have a voice
your
that
help
you
in
don't
this
care
fight.
about. And you can use it to call people in.
Nobody is asking for rights that we don't deserve.
Not your 4 hours for this Thank y'all for keeping it safe. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! See the same shit that we see. Hands up! 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 Don't shoot! 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 Move that camera! Hands up! Move that camera! Hands up! Y'all don't gotta do the job if y'all don't want to. Y'all chose it. Hands up! Don't shoot! 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 Don't shoot!
I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran. Sergeant, you didn't join the Army for this, Sergeant.
And I encourage you to keep doing that.
You have veterans.
I encourage you to keep doing that.
You have veterans here.
I encourage you to keep doing that.
To quit your job. We're not asking you to fight anybody. We're asking you to acknowledge how we feel. I'm not even 21 years old. Shouldn't have to be out here arguing or yelling at you. I'm 20. I'm 20. I turned 21 in October.
Your generation is fierce. You guys are beasts and we're fucking proud of you.
It's toleration has to go to jail for change, and that's what the fuck we're gonna do.
We're
It doesn't
proud
matter.
of you. You're young and you're doing this. We're proud of you.
You don't have nothing to lose by acknowledging us.
Nothing. Nothing to
You
lose.
know how much shit that I can get, Bob?
No, but you didn't earn it.
I could fucking lose my life being out here, but it doesn't matter because if that's what causes change, then I'll do that shit.
Here.
How would you feel if your mom was
Here.
murdered? How would you feel if your dad was murdered?
There's veterans here.
Child was murdered. How do you feel?
You didn't do this, PFC. You didn't join the army to do this.
It's like right over there in the crowd.
Fuck yeah, that was awesome.
And I'm scared every day I see that.
I don't know if I've ever seen a protest with a spotlight. Look at them running hard. Once we put the light on them, they're running hard.
Bro, they up in the window. I'm not tired of standing up every day. I'm not tired of screaming. I'm tired of being scared. I'm tired of it. So matter.
You got sick.
Well, that spotlight has some tricks, huh? I don't know, but this is the best. I've been in a lot of protests. I think this is my first spotlight that the protesters had. We can't breathe. 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 We can't breathe.
We're gonna go to jail because we're black. Because we're people.
Stop killer cops! Stop killer cops! Stop killer cops! Stop killer cops! Stop killer cops!
I'm not mad.
Stop killer cops!
I'm not mad.
Stop
I'm
killer
tired.
cops! Stop killer cops! Stop killer
I'm
cops!
not mad.
Stop killer cops!
You don't want to be here. Nobody wants to be here. But we all have to be here. You have to be here. And I have to be here. I have to be here for my family. I have to be here for him. And I got to be here for her. I've been here since Saturday. 5 days. I got nothing left. Nothing. I got nothing left. I got nothing. And I'm here every day. I clock in, I go to work, and I show up here.
That's what you wanted? When you enlisted or when you commissioned, is that what you wanted?
Do the same shit that y'all do.
I
want y'all to value my life the same way y'all value y'all. That's all. I want y'all to value my life the same way I value mine.
Dissent is patriotic. Oh, hey, they turned off the lights on the White House now. Those fucking pussies. Up, the White House has no lights. They're scared. Man, I lived here a long time. I used to walk by the White House all the time late at night. That ain't normal.
And for those who don't want to be here tonight, but you have
right here with you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at none of these people.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not mad.
For those of you watching, it says demilitarized police on a military vehicle that is being used to block us from getting anywhere near Farragut Square, which is outside the White House. This is not a normal thing for protest. For those of you that aren't from DC, I want you to know that I'm born and raised here and I've become a protest since I was young. It is not normal for us to be kept this far away from the White House. We have done all sorts of protests, civil disobedience, right up against the fence of the White House, and it's never been a problem until Trump was in office.
I gotta be here for my family. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest.
This is very unprecedented. This is not normal.
I gotta see somebody.
Without fear.
For them to keep us this far away from the White House, we do protests all the time. I was born and raised here. I've been going to protests since I was young. It is not normal for us not to be able to get near the White House.
Trump is a fucking coward.
Because he's a coward.
Trump is a fucking pansy and a coward.
And you gotta ask yourself, what does it say about our president that people can't even safely protest near the White House? Something we have done for decades here. Something that should be constitutionally protected.
I want to be able to see my grandkids
no
one
more
day.
appropriate place for us to be protesting than outside a government building like the White House. But you all won't let us anywhere near it for literally no fucking reason other than him being a fucking pansy. That church where he attacked us to take a photo of, we can't even get near there right now all day because of y'all, because of the orders they gave y'all that you didn't have to follow. This is not normal. This isn't how we normally lead our lives in a free country that respects the right to protest. And you all know this. Because all of you signed up to fight to defend the Constitution, and you all know that.
When Obama was president, he marched with us. He marched with us. Where is Trump?
And even when we protested Obama, when we locked ourselves to the fence, to the White House fence, they never cleared us out. And ask yourself why that is that it's changed now. And if you think it's just that Americans are worse, something's wrong with what you're thinking. It's not that Americans are worse, it's that the people running the government right now are worse.
How do you feel protecting a bitch? A little scared bitch.
The paycheck, exciting. For you to stand here with us holding cardboard and your arm to the fucking teeth, is that worth it? No? No answer? Probably because you don't have an answer.
We got protesting here and you got right. You need to turn around and face them. The only problem is in that White House. The corruption and the injustice. This is what y'all doing this shit for right now.
Hey, you can tell us what you're saying. 35,000 people watching. You can tell them. You don't have to whisper. We're your friends. You can talk to us.
People understand what
You don't have to whisper.
You will retire one day. You will not wear this uniform the rest of your life. You will be a human being until the day you die. Stand for the other human beings.
You guys should quit your jobs. Definitely quit your jobs.
It might be hard for you viewers to see, but every time they move that light over somewhere where people are, those people go hide.
Like this.
They're clearing the views over us by keeping those people hidden. It's a great tactic I have not seen used at a protest before.
Where's the line for you? How bad does it have to get before you're willing to speak up?
I think if they think the cops in Minneapolis to be prosecuted.
Do you think people who murder unarmed civilians should be prosecuted? It feels pretty fucking basic, right?
Why
And here you all are.
You would think it's basic.
It's pretty basic, right? You murder someone who's innocent and unarmed, you go to fucking jail.
Oh, but you forgot if they're black.
Oh, right. We live in a racist fucking country, and
you're all standing on that side of the line because you think that murderous cops should be protected.
Excuse me, sir. Can you please take him? Can you
I'm
please
part of the
bring
country.
someone
Y'all
instead
fight
of
to
him?
protect me. Y'all fight to protect this country, right?
Why don't you
Y'all fight to
protect
protect
him?
this country,
Where's
right?
your line? How bad does it have to get? Because it's pretty fucking bad. And you're all still standing over there.
Y'all should really just think about, like, what is the line where I would say
Y'all fight to
no
protect this
and I
country,
wouldn't
but I'm
do
part
it?
of this country.
Because the
Y'all not
line
fighting to
keeps
protect me.
moving and it creeps up on you.
This is
If
why
you
I'm here
don't-
today.
If you don't think about it and set that, it becomes really easy to just keep going further and further and further. And they've shown this with psychology protests over and over. They showed it with the prisoners where they just slowly got these guys to torture them more and more and more. Think about what the line is where you would say no if they ordered you to do something and be ready to do it. It does look like they're sending more and more people here. The lines are getting a little thicker.
You just walked in.
It's tough to tell if they're actually sending more or just cycling people out.
You can't take off that uniform. You can get back again, son. This is what the fuck you signed up for. Who are you protecting me? We're here all night. Long as you go sit down and take a
If you're new here, we'd like you to know this is a peaceful protest, and we wish none of you any harm whatsoever. We just wish you won't harm us as well. If they give you orders to harm peaceful protesters, we just ask that you not do it. Just like we're going to police our own and make sure no one here hurts you, because we want y'all to come home to your families too.
for the people that left and are right here.
Everybody
But
here
you?
to come home to their families.
You're supposed to know better.
From my point of
You're
view.
supposed to be looking out for us.
See this shit from my point of view. That's all I ask. If y'all can look at this shit from my point of view,
I'm hurt that you're not next to us. No. You should be with us. You should be with us. You should be with us.
Why are you on the wrong side? What are y'all getting ready for? You got gloves and signs and shit. What the fuck are y'all getting ready for? This is not a war zone. Except y'all made it back.
Yeah, we're not white Republicans with a bunch of guns that get to storm buildings uncontested.
How good are you gonna feel using that gun on somebody who ain't got a weapon? You cool with that? You trying to be on the news too? Protesting COVID-19, and AR-15 3 weeks ago. Who are you protecting? Everything you did. Who are you defending? Do you march in the nation's capital? Who do you serve? Count as a deployment for you? So you signed up to fight for war? Why are you afraid we're all unarmed? What freedom? I've literally never seen or touched a gun in my life.
Black Lives Matter.
I do need guns.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Why you take your nameplate off, man? Remember?
What's so funny back there?
Hey, where your name tag?
What's so funny back there? Ain't shit funny right now.
You were smiling and everything. Where your name tag, man?
These two fucks right here in the black, yeah, with the smirking and shit, ain't shit funny.
This guy's just a kid.
I don't want my name to be called. I don't want to be next. I don't want to be another name on the fucking list. I don't want to be another statistic. Say her name. Y'all gotta call it. Say her name. 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 Say her name.
They can be your daughter. They can be your son. They can be your sister. Imagine your sister saying before. That's what no one's doing. Y'all got a magic.
So we're now 30 minutes past curfew without any action. Hopefully that's a good indication that they're going to do what they did last night and just let the protest play out for the night. You know, like you would expect of a constitutional democratic republic where you have a freedom to protest.
Because it's the system. I'm ready to go to war for my justice. I'm ready to go to war for my life.
With it being so past curfew and them not coming after us, and my battery is starting to get a little low, I think I'm going to start moving to the back, go see what's going on.
Listen, they start pepper spraying, tear gas and shit. Come to the table we got set up right here at 16th and 9, right across the street, right there. Literally right there, we got a table set up.
So here's the guys with the spotlight. One of the best things I've ever seen at a protest. Not something I've seen before. This is really remarkable. Very impressive. These are the ones writing white supremacy on military vehicles. Dissent is patriotic. Stop killer cops. I can't breathe. Hey, y'all are doing awesome work. So as you can see, everywhere you look, it's just a peaceful protest with people just here making their voices heard. There's no reason for the government to use any violence. There was really no reason for them to bring out the military today or to push us back. They still have the fence up that they had yesterday that seemed to work fine keeping us at bay. And you know, just from this side of the fence, it was frankly a little refreshing to have the police kept away from us after what they did to us the night before. It just felt like they were a lot less likely to attack us with a big fence in between us. So yeah, thank you all for watching and tuning in. You know, I know not everyone can be here, and it helps to know that a lot of people are watching. So that when I'm talking to these, you know, these Air Force guys with shields and weapons, it's nice to know I had like 35,000 people watching my back on there. So thank you all so much. Make sure that you're calling your representatives, call your local police station, call your mayors. You know, don't waste this moment in this
These are the implausible scenes we are witnessing on the streets of the American capital. Heavily armed troops spreading out to take up strategic positions across the city. At the iconic memorial to Abraham Lincoln, the very president who emancipated America's slaves, protesters gathered demanding racial equality. But they were confronted by rows of police and soldiers. This is a city that hasn't seen such disturbing images since the 1960s.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
A mile away at the White House, the demonstration was the largest yet. The new security fence holding back the crowd, but only fueling the frustration. And the demands are increasing too. This is not just about police brutality anymore. It is about
you. You are the terrorists. We are not afraid of you. None of us are afraid of you.
I'm disgusted with you guys. Look at this country. Y'all see all these people rioting? It's repeating. Time is repeating itself. How many times do we have to come out here and do this?
Back at the White House overnight, the anger did not fade. Much of it is directed at the president, describing these activists as anarchists and looters, and at his decision to deploy those troops.
You need the whole United States military just to protect you. That means your days are numbered. Your days are numbered, Donald Trump.
The days of Donald Trump and police brutality, their days are numbered. And anytime you see him come out here and sick his troops on those teenagers yesterday and gas them, and you see the people return right here without fear, then you know that a dictator's days are numbered in power.
Is this a crossroads for America?
Yes, it is. This is a critical moment. These demonstrations are not dying down. They're not going to die down. We're expecting 1 million right here at the White House for Blackout Saturday. There'll be more than ever this Saturday. They're coming from all over the country.
The protesters are vowing to maintain their struggle for justice, and many see this as their defining moment. Robert Moore, ITV News, Washington.
In America's capital, they marched on the Lincoln Memorial and were met by the National Guard. In Portland, thousands lay face down on a bridge to remember today's icon of black justice, George Floyd. All over America, countless thousands made their voices heard peacefully.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Even cowboys in Texas turned out for the cause.
I'm here today so she doesn't have to come back in 15 years for the same issue and protest again. So we want it fixed now.
Keep going. Keep going.
For those in charge, the first priority is restoring law and order. A looting free-for-all in New York last night drew harsh words from the governor.
The NYPD and the mayor did not do their job last night.
Welcome to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. You're not burning down our city.
While in Idaho, locals were taking security into their own hands. The self-proclaimed law and order president stood for the cameras before a papal
would be. Curfews are about escalating.
Put the 3.0s up.
Thousands of youth organized a march for George Floyd. At Monday at 7,
got too dirty. I had to put the 3.0s on.
Before the curfew technically even started, there was tear gas grenades, there were flashbangs deployed on demonstrators, including
it's all
our
good,
children.
Claire.
Over 100 people were arrested. Last Friday, police also deployed tear gas and shot demonstrators with rubber bullets, even hitting journalists in the process. Here the journalists are like, not us. Infectious disease specialists from UCSF have been working on a petition demanding an anti-racist, public health grounded, informed response to demonstrations against systematic injustice, including a halt to all tear gas.
Hey, Judge,
Tear
I'm
gas
telling you.
makes large crowds of people cough.
This motherfucker smell hella good.
Something we don't want in during the pandemic. The U.S.'s own Center for Disease Control and Prevention states that prolonged tear gas exposure can result in blindness, glaucoma,
It's all good, Arden.
death due to severe chemical burns to the throat and lungs, and respiratory failure. What is even more alarming, though, is the use of guns, rubber bullets, beanbags, and other projectiles across the nation by National Guard and police. On Sunday in Austin, a pregnant demonstrator was hit in her abdomen with projectiles by police. On Sunday,
Jose, go get you a pair.
on Sunday, another demonstrator had her skull fractured by a foam projectile. These are supposed to be less than lethal weapons, right? She was kneeling and she was taking a knee for police brutality. She was shot in the head with a foam projectile. She has a fractured skull. On Monday, police opened fire into a crowd of demonstrators, killing a man.
Ground 4 need to pay me. Screenshot that.
And this one's hard to hear. In San Diego, May 31st, demonstrator Leslie
Give me a video of
a
that.
grandmother who lost her son to police violence,
Ground 4
was
should not.
videotaping a protest
I
with
do
her cell
not give
phone when she
permission
was
to any
hit
media
between the
outlet
eyes with a rubber bullet.
to be using my video.
She remains in an induced
God give
coma
consent.
and she may lose both of her eyes. Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
Nobody getting this. Nobody gets this live content like J-Mall TV.
These victims,
and they can't pay me to get it.
were all unarmed and they were all black.
Well, they can pay me to get it, but if
Black
they ain't
Lives
paying me
Matter.
to get it, that's bad. I get that exclusive shit.
Don't get it twisted. Anti-police terror project members and coordinators, we take our choice to take back the streets under these conditions very seriously. We take our choice to stand up to Ahern, to OPD, not
Gonna be
lightly.
live all night, y'all.
But what's even more concerning is what would happen if we didn't act. Not pushing back on the sheriff in a police department already drunk on power only clears the way for more excessive forms of police violence. It's Anti-Police Terror Project's mission to eradicate these threats to our community.
It ain't public. They still gotta use me. They still gotta ask me. I know how this go. I done saw videos of TMZ and all that. I know how I go.
But more than our fear, what we feel more than our fear is we're fucking angry. We're angry at the loss of another black life. We're angry that during this time of pandemic, the plague of police violence still operates like the occupying army it is. And we're angry at the thought that things could get worse before they get better. So it's not just our decision to defy
Share this live
these
stream
forms of
wherever you
fascism.
can.
It's our responsibility. The people of Oakland give their whole hearts to make this city incredible.
I don't know where Keem
We
is.
owe them ours in return.
Oh, you're solo.
Say it with me, comrades. Who
I'm out
keeps
here
us
with
safe?
1.4 people watching. 1.4 thousand people watching. You say,
Who
you good?
keeps us safe?
Y'all just let them know what it is.
Fuck your curfew!
Fuck your curfew.
Fuck your curfew!
Fuck your curfew.
Fuck your curfew! When I say who runs the town, I want you to say we run the town. Who runs the town? 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 We run the town. Thank you.
I don't know what Twitch is, but shout out to y'all. Share that shit to Twitch. Share it to whatever you can share it to. Let's let the world see this.
Jessica Black with Black Organizing Project. Give it up!
Oakland, y'all see who started them kneeling.
What's up, Oakland?
That kneeling shit, I ain't even like that kneeling shit. I wish I could take that video back. All them niggas didn't kneel and all they showed was a couple of them kneeling. I wish I could take that shit back. That shit spread it like a motherfucker, but if all of them didn't spread, then fuck them.
We have been fighting to eliminate police out of schools.
They should have kneeled with no problem. And that still wouldn't have resolved it. That would have just been a step. One step, nigga, of 1,000 steps.
Research. We even created a plan, a comprehensive guide that tells them how to remove police out of schools. What is it going to take for this school district to realize the murders that we are witnessing of our people in the streets by these rogue-ass police are the same police that are in the school district? We are fighting a fight to save our children's lives. We are fighting a fight to stop this shit from happening. We went to the Supreme Court.
Fuck you, message! Fuck you! Who do you represent? The world is watching!
They're probably issue a dispersal warning.
Who do you protect? 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 Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Who do you protect? Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Who do you protect? Who do you serve? Who do you serve? I can't breathe! 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 I can't
water. Just pass it on.
Water, if you don't have it. You do
Pass it on. Pass it on.
Somebody takes this so somebody who needs it gets it. Somebody takes this so somebody who needs it gets it.